Is it really, really hot? Is it like a sauna in your house?
I'm so hot.
Do you know what you can do to cool off?
Please help me.
The power goes out. You know what that means. No air conditioning. It's another hot day of summer in the 90s or higher. What can you do to stay comfortable? Well, today I'm sitting out on my deck, and yes, the sun is just beating down on me, but I thought that would be appropriate for this video because I don't know about you, but my life kind of is controlled by variations of Murphy's Law, and one of them is the hottest day in the summer is when your air conditioner will go out. You might have power, but your air conditioner will go out. So what are some of the tips I can give you? And I'm hoping in the comments some of the tips you can share with all of us how to stay cool in the summer when you don't have electricity. Okay, before I go any further, I just want to let you all know this is a group effort. If you're watching this video, what I am hoping is that you will add to the discussion. Comment ways that you're able to stay cool when you lose power or when you lose power and water. What can you do? So, watch what I'm suggesting and add to the discussion below. Thank you. So I thought I'd share a little personal background. When I was a kid growing up, we didn't have air conditioner. There was no all-house air conditioning, no even in the window air conditioner. Yeah, and we had a 2-story home, right? Where the bedroom's on the upstairs. And the basement, well, it was more of a Michigan basement, so it wasn't something you'd sleep in. So what did we do? Well, one of the things is we weren't used to air conditioning all the time, and that makes a difference. So we were used to a little bit more warm weather. And now, where I work, there's air conditioning. I now have air conditioning in my home. My car has air conditioning. If I go to the store, there's air conditioning. So I am not acclimated to truly hot weather. And maybe that's the same for you too. Now, here in Michigan, well, you might say, well, you're in Michigan. Why are you worried about hot weather? But it can easily be in the 90s. It occasionally goes over 100 degrees. And believe me, it can be humid, 90% humid. So yes, it does get hot here in the summer. Maybe not Las Vegas or Arizona hot, but it is hot. Now, another surprising fact is, we didn't get all house air conditioning until, was about 12 years ago when my oldest son got married and he wanted to have the wedding at our house and had the reception. And he got married July 7th, and we still didn't have air conditioning. And it was over 100 degrees that day. Of course, Murphy's Law again, right? So we did some things to help people stay a little cool. One of the things was, I went to Dollar Tree, right? Those old-fashioned fans. Remember, it really does help. Oh, in fact, I feel better right now. So, $1.25 right now. It really can help you stay cool. I remember when we were a kid and we'd be in church and there was no air conditioning in church. There wasn't even fans in church at that time. And so people had some real fancy fans, and the men would just be using that church bulletin and just going back and forth, right? Trying to keep cool. And you know what? We all did survive. So here is a very inexpensive thing to keep in what I'm calling your chill kit. Have things on hand. Now, something I didn't bring out with me, but we also had at that wedding, was little misting bottles, right? You just spray a little bit of water and you feel better. And if you go to certain events, like I know at our fair, they have those big standing misters and you can just walk through and you feel so much better on a hot, especially dusty day at the fair. So even little misting bottles can help. Now, here's something else I use. So this is my secret when it gets 95 plus degrees outside and it's humid. I say, I don't want to go outside and do my walks, but I'm determined each day to get my 10,000 steps in. So I have no excuse now. I use this little neck fan and it really, really works. Instant cool off. And great when you're working out in the yard too, or maybe like us, have a double header of your grandson's baseball game and it is smoking hot. So if you're interested, I got a link below, but these really, really work and they are rechargeable by USB. Now something else that I don't use, but a lot of people do, are those gel towels or cooling towels. But it is also a great idea just to soak a towel in some cold water and damp it, wring it out, and put that damp towel around your neck. And it can keep you cooler. Now, remember I told you about growing up? Well, one of the things I learned is to wash my hair at night. So I am going to bed with a wet head. And believe me, I have always had a lot of thick hair. And it took a long time for that to dry. So I fell asleep feeling much, much cooler. Now, there is another technique, which I've never tried, but it's called the Egyptian method. And you actually use a damp sheet, wrap yourself in it, and sleep. And hopefully by the time the water is absorbed, you are sound asleep. Now, I wouldn't try that here because if I was sleeping on my mattress, I'd be afraid we'd have mold, but it might work for you. Another tip is to sleep on your tile floor. So I guess that would be a good thing to use that Egyptian sheet method with. Can you see? The sweat is starting to come down. And one of the really important things, have water. Stay hydrated. That's so important. People often don't realize they're becoming dehydrated. And that can be life-threatening. You can get a heat stroke. So if you or a family member has heavy sweating, cold or clammy skin, and maybe some nausea or dizziness, they might be becoming dehydrated. They could have a heat stroke. So always stay hydrated. Very, very important. And if you think somebody is experiencing those symptoms, call 911 immediately. Try to get them cool, put wet cloths on them, even put them in the bathtub in water. Cool them down is essential. Now, of course, one of the things we did as kids, right, was get in water. It might be running through a sprinkler, or here is my granddaughter walking right in our creek. Believe me, it is spring-fed. It will cool you off quickly. Or maybe you have a kiddie's pool. We put those out for the wedding, and people just put their feet in it, and it really helped cool off. So your kiddie pool might be a great foot soaking pool, or even just get right in that pool with your kids. It really will help you cool off. And you can have fun also. That's one of the things I was thinking about. When we have kids, I don't remember as a kid ever complaining, oh, it's so hot. I don't feel like doing anything. We just went full steam, right? So one of the problems being an adult is sometimes we think too much about the weather. And when you hear the weather report and go, oh, it's going to be that temp, already you're getting hot without actually experiencing heat, if you know what I'm saying. So part of it is a mental state too. And of course, a smart person would not be out on their deck right in the sun. They would be in the shade. Shade can make a lot of difference. And maybe you have to make your own shade, an umbrella or maybe a hat. And you know what? I'm not a hat person. But if you are, just put that hat on and it can give you some instant shade. Ooh, and the sun just went behind a cloud. That's wonderful too. And something I often heard of, like older people dying of heat, really soaring temperatures in their apartments, like in Chicago or whatever. And I never knew why people didn't go in the shower or go in their bathtub. They still had water, and that would help you cool off immediately. The only thing I can think of is they weren't drinking enough water, they got dehydrated, so they weren't thinking really clearly. But if you got a bathtub, that's your own little swimming pool. And that brings up a point. Do you have water or don't you have water? You can lose power, but you still have water when you live in the city. Now, if you're like us, we live in the country, we're on a well. If we lose power, yep, nothing comes out of the faucets. So, you have different strategies for staying cool. Now, maybe it's more of an isolated event. Then you might want to go to the movie theater and watch a movie. It seems like nowadays they're all at least 2 hours long or longer. That could cool you off. Even going to the mall shopping might. But if it's a bigger event, then that might not be available to you. But if you have a friend or relative that has a swimming pool, you might want to stop by and bring some munchies, maybe some drinks, and say hi and enjoy the pool. Well, one of the things in Michigan is we're blessed. There are lakes and water sources, it seems like, everywhere. Like I said, I have a creek right by my house here, but as a kid, my mom and her sister would take us kids. Her sister had 3. So the cousins and I, we would often go to Lake Michigan or to a lake, and we would play in the water. And again, never complain about the heat, just have a lot of fun. So, water, see, access to water is still really important to cool off. So what's important? I always say all these videos are on how to store food, but this is the most important thing. Always, always make sure you have enough water stored. It is crucial, and it comes in handy when you lose power and air conditioning. Believe me, that could cool you off. I had to share one thing with you. I was watching this video, and Rob actually devised his own cooling vest, a very inexpensive one, using those little freezer gel packets and very inexpensive, I think like $15 whatever, Amazon little vest that has a lot of pockets, so you could put those almost frozen little cubes all in there, and you could walk wherever you want. It would keep you cool. And I thought, that's a great idea. And I am able to make my own little gel packets like that with the WeVac vacuum. Now I'm just going to use some rubbing alcohol. I'm going to add, and what you want is 3 parts water to 1 part of your rubbing alcohol. Okay. There we have it. Put this in firm. Down. Do the smart. And then put it in the freezer overnight, take it out, and you have this great squishy, icy gel pack. Ooh, and I just had to show you. They just sent me something new from WeVac. Put whatever size roll you want on here. Drop it back in. There I go, just like that. And then pull it out. Yeah, that's all you do. And then you're just sliding this over. There you go. Great little accessory for your WeVac. And right now, I have a code that you could get 15% off if you are interested. And I do have information, a link on the vacuum sealer and on this new kit that allows you to cut the rolls so easy and make whatever size bag you need. And then some people out there make swamp coolers. I know Morgan from Rogue Preparedness had one, And I have a link to her video. And some people actually put up uh, damp sheets in the windows, open the windows with a fan. But again, you probably got to have power or a generator or that won't work. But have some cooling breeze come in the house. One more thing, don't forget your dog, your cats, your pets. Make sure you also have enough water for them. And don't take your dog on a long walk without having water available. And of course, for cooking, try to cook outside. It's an excellent time to grill or just to make sandwiches, something simple. Don't be slaving over your stovetop or making things in your oven, which will heat up your house a lot more. This is the time to take it easy. And one of the things we did before we got air conditioning was we did have a whole house fan, an attic fan, which did make quite a bit of difference. And so we'd open the windows and use that at night. And then in the morning, before it started getting hot, we'd close up the house. And that helped it stay cool. So that worked too. But the reason I made this video is I'd like to hear from you. What tips do you have? How do you stay cool in the summer if you do lose your power, if you have no water available coming out of your taps? What do you do? Please comment below. I really want this to be a community type discussion because the way things are going, it seems like we're getting more storms, losing our power more often, and I know here in Michigan, it's been getting hotter. And I think that's true in many places of the US. So, what do you do to stay cool? What do you have in your chill kit? I'd love to hear it. So, stay cool, people. You know, it's amazing how much this little fan can help. And please comment below. Thank you.